Well, good day, folks. Welcome to Friday. We made it. Another week in the books. Another weekend about to fire off. I hope you all have some great plans and great weather and plan to do some fun things. So today, being Friday, we're going to jump on the open tag again for Fixed Blade Friday. And we're going to jump on it because I got a new one. And I'm a little bit excited about this one. It's not a knife that most everybody hasn't seen before. It's not an obscure knife, a knife that isn't well known. It's certainly a well-known knife, but I picked it up because I got a really sweet deal on it, and I was quite excited about that. Some of you may have seen a post I made about that. But it came in this here box right here. I'm sure we all recognize that name. Bunch of wonderful product information here. Knife made in the USA. And the knife is the 119 Buck Special in black. Catalog number 9207. US made knife, imported sheath. Born July 13th, 2023. And here it is. Buck 119 Special. Now, I'm not going to do a big breakdown review or anything on this knife. I'm sure that's been done 1,001 times. So we're just going to have a look at it and, just the basics. So it comes in this awesome leather sheath. Very thick, stout, sturdy sheath, well made. I don't know where it was imported from, but they did a nice job in a drainage hole here. You've got your Buck logo, your 119 marked on the back, belt loop, your snap, it says Buck and Buck and Buck. It's a whole lot of bucks. Snap closure. And this sheath, if you like leather, this sheath smells amazing. It's just a beautiful smelling sheath. Just that nice, rich leather smell. Something like an expensive sports car or something like that with leather seats. And here we have it. Just some quick specs. The model, 119 model, was started in 1942. It has 420HC steel in the blade with the Buck patented heat treat. Your blade thickness is 0.175 inches. Your blade length is 6 inches. Your overall weight is 7.5 ounces. You have a phenolic handle material. I meant to look that up because I don't know what a phenolic is, but it looks pretty good. And your guard and your pommel are made of aluminum, which is interesting. And you've got a little inlay here, a little inlay in the guard. Got your Buck 119 here, USA, with your 2023. We'll just double check that on my chart. It says in the box 2023, and yep, we see there 2023. Very nice concave or hollow grind. Very even grind on the edge. Usable finger choil there. Just be careful. You're up right close to the blade. A little bit of room for sharpening, but this sucker is razor sharp. And I'm going to pause real quick while I go grab something in particular I wanted to cut. Okay. So like I said, this thing is razor sharp. I did give it a little bit of a strop, which even brought it up better. But I mean, this thing is razor sharp. I mean, just effortlessly through that nasty piece of paper. And if you're from Canada, you can appreciate this. Sorry, I'm enjoying this too much. That thing is just ridiculously sharp. There, I made a mess, but it was worth it. All right. You've got finger grooves in your handle. Little bit big for my hand just to touch on a hammer grip or pistol grip. They don't fall quite in line for me, but on a more standard grip, they're pretty good. So it's not uncomfortable at all. It's a nice thick handle, whole lot of material to grab on. And you would think, looking at it, I mean, there's quite a sheen to the handle. You would think it would be slick, but that just there's no texture to it, but it just, a little bit of moisture in your hand, it just almost glues right to it, suctions right to it. Yeah. Like I say, we're not going to get into a big breakdown on it. I just wanted to show it off. You've all probably seen this knife 1,000,001 times in YouTube videos. Just a beautiful classic knife. Nice clip point to it. Not what I would consider like a bushcraft knife. You could use it for that, certainly. But this is more of a hunting knife. That's what it was designed for, and that's what it's going to be good at. You could probably baton with it and whatnot, but you know, it's not what it's made for. It's made as a hunting knife. But anyhow, I'm just sitting here admiring it, so we'll set that down. And the story is that I stopped by my local Canadian Tire just to have a quick look, because, you know, when I'm tooling a boat, I'll often stop in there and see if they got anything on sale. And I've watched these for a long time. They sat at around $109.99 Canadian, which is probably somewhere around 50 cents American. I stopped in time and time again. Well, I stopped in the other day and I looked and I could see a red sale tag on it. So I bent down for a look. I looked at the price. I said, that can't be right. So I called the sales clerk over. I said, can you dig that knife out of there for me? Oh yeah, sure. I said, can you scan that code and tell me what the price is? And she scanned it and she said, it's 34 and change, regular 109. I said, you're kidding me. She said, no. She said, actually, we're clearing them all out because she said they're no longer going to make them anymore. Now, I find that hard to believe. I suspect maybe she had her facts a little bit confused and that Canadian Tire was no longer going to carry them anymore and sell them anymore. I can't see Buck discontinuing the line, but that's what she said. So, put a $110 knife for 35 bucks. Couldn't pass that up. And I didn't pass up the two they had in stock, so I grabbed them both. And if they had more, I probably would have grabbed more. Get home, and then to find out, down in the States, a couple other fellas, Clark's Kentucky Knives, for example, had stopped by his local Tractor Supply. And he had picked one up for about $35. And I think he also picked up a buck 112 and a buck 110 for around the same price. So I thought, whoa, there's a store in Canada selling it cheap and a store in the US selling it cheap. I put out the word to everybody in the knife community in Canada that I knew, and they all checked their local stores, and no, they were regular price there. Like it was $119 in Ontario. And a lot of the fellas down south, they checked their local Tractor Supplies, and some said no, everything's regular price. Other people managed to pick up some deals. I think Make Cutlery Great Again picked up a 112 or a 110 for about 35 bucks. So there's some kind of weird sale going on out there on these buck knives, and I hope it's for a good reason and not a bad reason. I'm hoping maybe it's if there's a sale, it's like a rollout where some stores are going to do it, then other stores are going to do it. You know, maybe within the chain or between chains, I don't know. But anyway, I was quite happy to find this one for 35 bucks. So, and I'm going to enjoy this. There's not really much I can complain about it. I mean, it's stainless steel, so it's not going to be any good with a ferro rod or anything like that. But then again, like I say, it's a hunting knife. It's not a bushcraft knife. But just a real sharp-looking, well-made knife, solid knife. The only reservation I had for it, or criticism, when I first got it, was it's a little noisy in the sheath. The blade rattles, and you can feel the inside of that rivet rattling. But when I put it on my hip, I didn't get that anymore. So just that little bit of tension of the belt loop being on your belt took most of that rattle away. So I was pleased to find that out. But just a great little knife. Well, not a little knife. It's by no means a little knife, but just a great knife. So anyway, I won't hold you folks up anymore. Like I said, I just wanted to show it and tell the story about acquiring it at a very good price. And I am quite pleased to have it. And I suspect I might give the other one I found, I might give that to my father, because I think he would appreciate it a great deal too. Anyway, folks, that's it for our Fixed Blade Friday video. I hope you all have an amazing weekend coming up ahead of you, and you got lots of great stories to tell when that awful Monday rolls back around again. Y'all take care.